Just a really quick video. I was getting ready to set up my setup for Mermista. I'm doing a video on Mermista, and I thought, okay, I'm going to do a video on Mermista. I should get all my avatar land bases out to make it look cooler. And I forgot I had this one that I got and didn't open yet. And I was all excited about it. I set it aside. I got it back in June, so it's been sitting for me to open up for quite a while. And let's open it up together and check it out. Where are my scissors? Here they are. So this is one of the Pandora, World of Pandora action figure sets from McFarland Toys. And they got some little figurines, some cool little creature. And what I mostly wanted for is the landmass here. Burr, 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 burr. That's what I really got it for, is for the landmass. And you can see I have the other landmass here too, from a different set. And this landmass, I actually pulled off the piece on top because it just didn't work for me to use for Under the Sea. Under the Sea. Bump, 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 bump. Anyway, so let's go ahead and rip this box open so you have another little piece for me to put under the sea here for my little makeshift diorama. So yep, there we go. McFarland Toys. Oh, it's got directions too. You always got to read the directions, right? In the foreign language. All right, so you got to put something there, put something there, put something there, bam, 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 and screwdriver for the batteries, and the back side is blank. All right, let's get it open. Let's get it open now. Now I've seen people take and buy stuff from the pet shop that are made for sea tanks to use with their merman figures and other things. And I've been tempted to do that before in the past. But then I saw these toys from McFarland, and I'm like, hey, those will work great for sea scenes. Hooray. All right, I'll look at all the stuff in this package because I know people here are not just like me. They're not just here for the sea scenes. They want to see all the actual stuff it comes with. So here is that cool sea creature. There it is. Da, da, da. Ooh, I'm not going to use this, but for those that want to see it, there it is. It's got the little handle spots. And then it comes with a little figurine. Oh, there we go. It's like a little sea monkey. Sea monkey. Oh, the underwater aquatic world. And you just stick this right on there. And there we go. There is our... Well, it actually goes under the wings. That hand's in a vicarious place. There we go. Okay. That's pretty cool. So, again, I'm not going to use the little figurine or the creature. I'll probably give them to my grandkids because I know my second oldest boy, he loves this movie a whole bunch. And so giving it to the granddaughters will be cool. Very nice paint job, very detailed, very cool. But this is what I want. This is what I want. Another installation piece. So we got some cool flowers. Let me zoom this out. It can't be Pandora without some cool glowing flowers. And it has this magic wand piece that's really made to hold up the animal in there. But let's take a look here. So there's the light for it. So I imagine the light's supposed to shine on this flower here. I guess it's made to shine on the animal. Ugh. Yes, it's not going to fit in that little hole. That's not going to fit in that little hole. That little hole is made for the, I'll put the mushroom one there. I guess it kind of shines in the flower a little bit. All right, let's set these aside. A new wand for Evelyn. Oh! And you know what? I should just keep this in case my son wants to mount the toy somewhere. There we go. Ugh. You can just drill a hole in something else. There we go. And let's toss this aside. And now my diorama, I can just put this somewhere else to give it a cool look, like it's all not connected. Just kind of give it more of a 3D view to my cool under the sea vibe. All right, let me check your guys' comments, and then I will end this video. Ever seen sea turtles up close snorkeling? I have, actually. Overseas, like Hawaii. I did seen sea turtles in the Philippines when I was snorkeling up close. And it was beautiful moment swimming. Nice. Yes, Ben loves Avatar too. Yes. Yep, it does look cool. I think this really adds to the underwater effect. Just adding these little things. I almost got the other one too, but it's so small. But of course, again, it's made for these itty bitty figures. Climb that mountain. Ugh. Yeah, I think I gave the other Avatar figures already away to them last time. Joop. Fun, fun. All right. Well, that is all that I have. I'm now going to work on my Mermista video that I started pulling these out for in the first place. And I mean, you got another octopus. Oh no! I'm trapped in the octopus. Oh, down to Davies Jones' locker. Oh. It's funny. There was a comic. I'm sure you guys have all seen it. What the heck? Let's do a little more backtrack. I was going to leave, but I will tell you why I have so many dinosaurs, or not dinosaurs, so many octopuses that are orange. So, back in the days when there was only 4 mini comics, there was one mini comic that I used to love. Let me raise this up so you guys can see me flipping through the pages, because that's always fun to watch. Okay. And no, it's not Storytime with Hebro today. We'll do that again some other time. So, as you go through these comics, not that one. Look at the cool little computer. Anyway, I digress. Nope, not that one. Turn faster. Here it is. Bom, 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 bom. Look at that cool creature that He-Man fights. It's a big orange octopus. And it's funny how each comic tells the story. So if you only had one comic, you would still know the storyline, basically. But here he is fighting this big orange octopus. I just love that idea of that giant, crazy octopus. So I spent years, I tell you, trying to find a good octopus. And so I went through rubber octopuses, G.I. Joe octopuses, all kinds of stuff. I did have this guy right here. But the idea was whatever octopus I got, it had to work with classics. Let me get my spare parts man here. So it has to be big enough to work. Now, when I first started looking, I didn't have classics. I had just the regular 5.5-inch GI Joes, He-Man figures. But even still, at 5.5 inches, this guy was cool, but not quite big enough to cause any havoc. And then I saw this guy that made this really cool diorama, and he had something like this. And I was like, oh, I have got to get that. And so I spent, again, years trying to find this particular octopus. And I finally found one. And online they were a small fortune. And I couldn't believe that I found one. And then years later, I actually found another one, but the new one was not made as good as the old one. Oh, so you can do some really cool poses like he's losing. But here's the new one. And the new one, this is not rubbery. All his tentacles are hollow. And the old one actually had, just the center part was a little hollowed out, but he had a little mouth right there too. Ooh, spooky little mouth. But again, they weren't really mobile. Now, I was surprised when I got him because I saw him like this, like you're looking at him now. And so I thought he'd be big and beefy like he is this way. But he's actually, let go, quite skinny. When you put him this way, there's not a lot of girth to him. And they did that so it fit in the box easy. There we go. And so, and this one is the exact same model, but it's just a newer, updated one with cheaper plastic. Yep. Anyway, so there you go. That is my octopus story. Now, I've seen some guys make some really cool customs with those, but you know, I think this is made to squirt. Yeah, it does. Look at that. It squirts right out here. See, look right here. I can't zoom in right now. You can see that little squirt spot right there. When you squeeze this, and it squirts right out of his little spot right there. The new one, not so much. They redesigned this top half here. Doesn't even have a little bump for the squirt. And of course it's like super light. No rubber piece. It's just hard plastic. So, and you can see the little nose right here on this one where it squirts out. And this one here, they just whoop, cut it right off. No. All right, but I kept this one for prosperity. I actually bought it thinking I'd be able to sell it to somebody else that wanted one, so I actually got 2 sets, but it only went for like $5 or $10, and I couldn't believe it because when I was looking on eBay for one, it was like over $100 to find this stupid little orange one, but I didn't buy it on eBay. I eventually found one at Toys R Us years later, and so since then I've added more scary fishes to my collection. This glows in the dark too. And you're gonna have an underwater scene that's supposed to be a little bit treacherous for He-Man when he's going to visit Merman to take care of business. So then I have this guy too. Now it's funny is it came in the box this way. Looks pretty cool. But look at the other side. Here we go. Boom! All those holes for the screws. What? It really messes up his eye. So I always face him this way in all my pictures and videos. All right, now you know my octopus story. So this was version 1, all I could find. I had to cut the tentacles, which is why it looks so yucky right there and there. So I could actually grip figures and stuff. But now I have the big cool ones. All right, let me check out your guys' final comments. Here is the land mask again if you want to see it. Ooh, ah. It's got a little light feature. And these have a light feature too. And final comments. Is Merman going to run things? I'm not sure. It's a good question. The director Avatar should direct a He-Man movie. I wish he would be the one directing He-Man, John Carpenter. I thought it said John Carter when I first saw that. John Carter. Yes. All right. Well, that's all I got. And hopefully I'll have my video done soon on Mermista. If not, I'll have it done for tomorrow, for Saturday. We'll see. And until next time, good journey, you guys. Bye now.